The story from the project, innocent black man. Let me be clear. Damn, man. The story from the project, innocent black man.
What up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Small Account Challenge. Today is day number 113. Like Mike Tyson says, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. That's what happened to us today from our first trade. Punched in the mouth. And it was all downhill from there. You cannot win in this game when your wins are a lot smaller than your losses. No matter what we did today, wasn't in our favor. It is what it is. Part of the game. If it wasn't for the guardrails, this account will be back. We've been blowing up. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, I'm telling you exactly how this day unfolded. And today's midday market recap. All right, y'all. Let's go over the trades from this morning. Only got into 6 trades. Like I said, it wasn't pretty, but it is what it is. Our first trade was on Meta to the downside at 9.33. This one was the one that set the day in the wrong direction and wasn't able to recover. We caught ourselves chasing, which I hate to do. Like I said, I got to the desk at 9.29, which probably was the reason for all this today anyway. Now that didn't have enough time to analyze what I like to analyze. All right, cool. 9.33. All right, the candle that opens up at 25, closes at 30, was a small green candle. I'm watching Meta now, see what's going to happen. The candle that opens up at 30 and closes at 35. I saw it squeezing down heavy. I jumped in 9.33, but it was moving so fast that by the time I jumped in, the minute I got in, it started to reverse back up. Like I told you before, with Meta, people love to take profits fast. I should have realized that. I thought we was going to hit that key level right there, but we didn't hit it on that candle. But a few candles later, it finally did go there. But anyway, started to reverse on us. And because I'm thinking there's so much energy, and I'm thinking the bears are going to begin to push it back down, I hold to the candle close, thinking on the next candle we get some more downward pressure. We didn't get it. It began to push back up. So now they're punching us in the face. So now I ain't got no choice but to get out. Even though it's coming back to the 200, it's Meta. It could push right through that bad boy. Now we got a bigger loss. So on that one, we lost from the gate. I think we was down $50 from the gate on that trade alone. I said, this is not good. Tried to recover on the next trade and lost again. Jumped over the SPY. Here we go. All right, cool. Got into this one at 9.40 to the downside. All right, cool. The candle that opens up 9.30, closes at 9.35, is the red candle, comes down to the 200. And this is how I know once I miss on the first trade, my strategy or my rhythm is off, because I would have clearly seen this if I was green, that now we got to bounce. I'm riding this down, not even paying attention. The 200 sitting right there. It bounced right off the 200. I jump in right when this candle opens up to the downside. But what I told you before, the 200 is a good line of resistance and support. This bad boy bounces right off of that bad boy. I want it down. It starts going up, and we hold this all the way to 9.43 and get smacked in the face again. So now we down, I think maybe $70. I said, oh boy, look like this is going to be one of them days. This one. On the next trade, we won on this one. Even though after this, the first 2 trades smacked us in the face pretty heavy, this one we won on. We got out the previous trade at 9.43 and 1 second on this candle here, the one that opens up at 9.40, closes at 9.45. We jumped back in this to the downside, hoping we would get something, and we was right. We jumped in 9.43, held this bad boy. We added at 9.44. Right as this candle closes, we added. The next one opens up, and we get out at 9.47 on that downward pressure with 2 candles. But because we was already down, I was too afraid it may go against me, so I jumped out as we saw some green. So now we're back down about $60 or $55 or something like that. But then the very next trade, we lost on. It was SPY to the upside at 9.51. All right, cool. The candle that closes at opens up at 9.45, closes at 9.50. It's a downward pressure candle. I want this to the upside. My rhythm, again, is totally off. The market is pushing down, and I want things to go up. Once I'm red, I got punched in the face. My plan is out the door. I got to learn to recover, keep my composure on days like this. Anyway, 9.51. The very next candle opens up 950, closes at 955. We jumped in 950, 51, hoping we would break back through the 200. We do not. It begins falling, and we get out at 953 for another loss. And now we back to like $75, $80 loss on the day. Maybe 75, something like that. On the very next trade, we won on though, which was Meta. We ran back over to Meta, hoping we would have some better luck with Meta, because SPY was not treating us right. This one we did win on. We got into this one at 957 to the downside. Okay, cool. The candle that opens up 45, closes 50 is a red candle. Look like we coming back down to that key level that messed me up on the first trade. All right, cool. I'm hoping we do that. On the next candle, one opens up 950, closes at 955. It comes down to that key level. I'm liking it. I'm thinking we're going to break through that. I was absolutely right. We jumping on the next candle. It opens up 55, closes at 10 o'clock. We're in at 957. Begin riding this bad boy down. We add at the candle closes at 10 o'clock. We add at 10:05. And we get out of, we hold this bad boy because it opens up 10 o'clock all the way to 10:05. We hold him. It goes against us a little bit. And on the very next candle, it comes right back in our favor. And we get out, on the next two candles, we get out at 10:12 finally. It was a long trade. I'm telling you, I did not like that one, but we was able to win, but it wasn't a big win. All right, cool. And it was on the last trade that smacked us in the face that ended the day for us. And I knew, like I said before, like, dad, we lost the level, and now we back down where we didn't really want to be. But it's all right, though. All right, it was on Meta to the upside. Rhythm is off again. All right, cool. The candle that opens up 10:05, closes at 10:10 is a red candle. The very next candle, this is the one we jumped in on. It opens up at 10:10, closes at 10:15. We want this going back up because this is a doji candle. I'm thinking, okay, cool, we might get a reverse now. And the bids are not having it. We're in this at 10:14. It starts smacking us down. We add at 10:15, trying to bring the cost basis down. It's still going down. We add at 10:16, trying to bring down the cost basis. Nothing's working for us. We add again at 10:18. This candle was smacking us pretty heavy because I'm hoping because of that downward pressure, we might get a quick reverse, and we do not get it. The candle closes at 10:20. I'm thinking, all right, cool, with that kind of downward pressure, we might get a bounce. Do we get the bounce? Absolutely not. Another smack in the face. We add on the candle that opens up at 10:20, closes at 10:25. We add at 10:23, and it's still going down. I'm like, damn, man, we got to get out of this thing. We got to get out of this thing. The guardrail is still sitting there. No, actually, I took the guardrails off actually on this one. Right, I realized that now. Anyway, boom. And on the very next candle, the one that opens up at 10:25, closes at 10:30, we get out because it pushes down a little bit and I can't take the pain. And we sell our position. And that's how we end up finishing the day. Though it turned into a green candle, but what I'm supposed to do, I can't keep holding because you don't know what's going to happen. It's a probabilistic environment, and the probability of that going against me was high, so I had to get out, even though it did go in my favor eventually. By that time, I was already out the door, and that's how we finished the day. You can see it there. We lost, I think, about $115 something dollars. It is what it is, boy. I tell you, boy, we lost the $2,100 level. Now we got to put the account in recovery mode and try to come back and bring all this back up. Anyway, that's how the day went. Wasn't not a day, but mama said there'll be days like this. It is what it is. It's part of the game, and you got to fight through this. Anyway, we back at this tomorrow for day number 114. All right, y'all. Peace.